The episode starts off with TNA Knockouts champion Jordan Grace
That's a huge bitch!
facing off against Stevie Turner. Grace debuted last week and was announced that she will be facing Roxanne Perez for NXT Women's Championship at Battleground. Roxanne is the guest commentator for this match. Jordan makes quick work of Stevie and gets into an altercation with Roxanne. And right as Jordan's about to hit a big move, Roxanne runs away. I'm actually pretty excited for this match and really interested to see where this partnership between WWE and TNA is leading to. Maybe it just involves NXT. Maybe it will also include the main roster. I guess we'll see. We then see NXT champion Trick Williams, who's looking for Ethan Page after being attacked by him last week. He asks Lash Legend if she's seen him. Lash says no, and then ends the relationship between them. Just out the blue. They've been having some kind of romantic relationship for a few weeks now, but nothing was ever made official. But I have a feeling that this is not the end of the storyline at all. After that, we see Shawn Spears talking to some prospects and getting confronted by Josh Briggs. Things quickly get heated between them, but Javon Evans stops things from escalating any further and tells Josh that it's not worth it at all. Afterwards, we got the NXT Women's North American Championship Ladder Match Summit, which is basically an interview for all 6 women who will be in a ladder match to crown the inaugural NXT North American Champion. The women in the match are Sol Ruka, Jada Parker, Lash Legend, Kaylani Jordan, Fallon Henley, and Michin. This segment went exactly how you think it would. Everyone was arguing each other, mainly Jada, who was just on time and for no reason at all. And eventually it led to a brawl between everyone. This led to co-GM Mr. Stone coming out and making a 6-woman tag made official. This was a very predictable segment, but it was a nice way to get some last-minute build for all the participants before the ladder match on Sunday. We then get a match between Chase U's Thea Hale and Jasmine Nix. There appears to be some tension in Chase U as members Riley Osborne and Duke Hudson don't want to be in Thea's corner for the match, and it's mainly because of Rich Holland, who might be trying to join Chase U. Later on, they enter through the crowd and distracts Thea asking why they're out there, which causes enough of a distraction for Jasmine to pick up the win. Not too sure where this is going. This was a pretty weird segment. Not too sure why they still chose to come out. Made no sense to me, but I'll wait to see where this actually leads to. When it seems like we're supposed to be in some kind of segment involving Josh Briggs, the cameraman heads backstage and sees that Shawn Spears has laid him out with a chair. This leads to Javon Evans coming out to Josh's defense and attacking Shawn. This leads to a full-on brawl between the both of them, which eventually sees Javon coming out on top. Javon Evans has only been in NXT for about a month and is already a star. He is incredibly talented and I can't wait to see more of him. Hopefully he wins the title soon. After this, we get a Heritage Cup title defense where the champion Tony D'Angelo takes on Damon Kemp of the No Quarter Couch Crew. The thing about the Heritage Cup is that every time it's defended, it is defended under Heritage Cup rules, where the match is split up into 6 3-minute rounds with 20-second breaks in between each round. And if you pin or submit your opponent before the time is up, you earn a point. And the first to 2 points wins the match. Tony quickly scores a point in the first round. In the third round, right as it looks like Damon is about to earn a point, the round ends, meaning Tony was safe by the bell. During the break, Damon is ready to take advantage of how damaged Tony already is. And right as the bell rings, he charges at him, but gets caught and dropped, earning Tony his second point and winning the match. Honestly, this wasn't a bad match, but once I saw Damon charging up in the corner, I knew it was over. We then get Natalya versus Izzy Dame. This match wasn't very important. Natalya gets the win, and that's about it. After the commercial break, we see the 3 men that make up the group Gallus: Joe Coffey, Mark Coffey, and Wolfgang. They're mad because last week they had a match against Trick Williams and Javon Evans with Sexy Red in their corner. Yes, Sexy Red. Anyways, during the match, Joe tried to take Trick's title, but Sexy Red stopped him before he could do anything, which ultimately cost him the match. Joe then says that on Sunday at Battleground, he and the rest of Gallus are willing to do whatever it takes to win the North American title triple threat. This leads to North American champion Obafemi coming out, and before he can fully say anything, Wesley comes out and says he's ready for whatever Gallus and Oba are going to do in the match. And then a brawl breaks out, with Gallus coming out on top. This was a pretty good segment, and a nice way to finish off this feud before Battleground. We then get this 6-woman tag match that was booked early on in the night, with a team of Kaylani Jordan, Lash Legend, and Fallon Henley taking on Sol Ruka, Jada Parker, and Michin. And as you would expect, none of them can work together, especially Michin and Jada, who take out each other, which gives Lash's team the upper hand as she and Fallon jump Sol. When Kaylani tries to stop them, Fallon takes her out, which distracts Lash long enough for Soul to hit the Soul Snatcher, getting the win for her team. I know that I didn't say much about it, but honestly, this match was pretty good. And it was pretty much the only thing you could do when you have a match that involves 6 people. So it worked fine for what the match they're building to is. To end off the show, we have Ethan Page, who told General Manager Ava that he would only sign his NXT contract if it was in front of the NXT universe. Ava agreed to this, which led us here. Ethan says that after the draft, NXT lost many top stars, and he's the perfect person to fill that void. This leads to Trick coming out to confront Ethan after being attacked last week. Ethan says he respects Trick for being able to break out on his own and become NXT champion, which is something that Ethan couldn't do before he got to NXT. He says that it is his time and he's going to end Trick's era and reign as NXT champion, and then signs his contract. But it can't be made official until Ava signs it. But she refuses because Ethan's main demand is revealed to be an NXT championship match at Battleground. Trick says he wants the match and Ava signs it. As we end the episode, we get a face-off between Trick and Ethan. This segment was great. I know I undersold it, but Ethan's promo was actually amazing. And I'm really excited to see what he's going to do on NXT. And even though this match literally has like a 5-day build, I'm pretty excited for it because of this one segment alone. Now, for the episode, it was pretty uneventful, with it being the last episode before Battleground. But there was some good matches, and that last segment really carried it. I'll give this episode a 7 out of 10.